Okay, in this video, I'm going to give a short overview of how to fill in a video storyboard that will give you a basis for creating a video for your project. You can create a video using iMovie at home. You can use whatever software you might have on your phone if you've got an Android phone, or you may want to use Adobe Spark, which is a little bit different to use. And I'm actually going to demonstrate that to you now after I've explained the storyboard. So on the KP website, the library website, I do have a page called National History Day under projects. And at the bottom of the page is under projects. I have some examples of last year's projects, which include a few websites and one video. I have instructions on how to create a Google site, and I have video instructions for that. I have this storyboard template that you see in front of you and a link to Adobe Spark, and I'll be giving instructions again on how to use that. And also you might want to use Screencastify and Google Slides. That's another option for you. So the storyboard's gonna be really important for you to organize your thoughts, and all people who make movies use storyboards to guide them in the process. So you're gonna use this to plan, and this is kind of the order you want to work it. Your first scene should be your title. Your next scene should give an overview of and an introduction to your project. What are you going to be talking about? And how are you going to talk about it? The next one is the central part of your video, which is going to focus on cause, context, and consequence. And then finally, your very last scene, when you're all done speaking, and probably going to take up 2 of the frames in Adobe Spark, possibly 3, is going to be a list of your resources, giving credit to where you got this information from. So an example here in the storyboard, you've got the scene. What is the scene? It's your title slide. What pictures and words are going to be showing? So here we have a photo of Rosa Parks sitting on the bus. What words are going to be shown? Rosa Parks, taking a stand for civil rights. For most of your title is going to be a name of a person or a group to start, and then taking a stand for, and then the cause that you're taking a stand for or against. And then finally, here's your script. And actually, I should have a bigger box for script than anything else because that will be the longest. These are the words that you're going to say over the picture that you're seeing here. And here are any notes that you may want to add. So I would fill this out. I know I just made a whole bunch of lines. I did not think that you have to fill all of these lines, but you want several different pictures. You don't want to be talking for an hour over one picture. You want several different pictures in here showing your cause, context, and consequence. Once you have this all set and you feel like you've got a good solid plan for what you want to do, you're going to go to Adobe Spark. Again, the link is on my website, or you can just type spark.adobe.com. You're going to sign in. And once you've clicked on sign in, you're going to go down here and continue with Google. As long as you've signed into your Gmail already, you'll be fine. Continue with Google. And you're going to find your name and your school email address. And this is an enterprise ID. It's a company or school account. It's not your personal account. And here we are, and we're going to get started. On the left-hand side is where you begin your projects. I'm going to click Create a Project, and we are creating a video. As you can see, it does a lot of other things that are great for school. I'm going to skip this. Oh, sorry, that is not what I wanted to skip. I'm going to click skip right here. And they have different templates that you could use. I just tend to start from scratch. This kind of talks you through like teaching a lesson on something, show and tell. You could try one of these and it gives you little prompts. I find that it's not very helpful for what we're working on. And we're going to start from scratch. And we're going to wait while it loads up. You can watch these videos. They give you tutorials on how to use the program. And so I'm going to start. My first slide is I'm going to have a photo. And all of my photos, to use this effectively, you want all of your photos collected in Google Drive already. There is a way to search and find free photos, but you want to have them all set in Google Drive in a file folder. and it will ask you to connect it to your account, which the first time you get on. After that, it won't. And I'm going to do NHD pictures, and here I've got a bunch of pictures. I said my first one was going to be her sitting on the bus, so I'm clicking this and select. And this plus sign, if I click on it, I can either put text or an icon. I've never used the icon feature. I'm not sure what that's about. But I'm going to click text here, and I'm going to type in Sparks. So I'm going to go through each slide, and I'll be adding pictures here, there, in the credit slide. But as I need new slides, I'm going to click the plus sign here and add them. And it gives you options. You can duplicate slides. You can play from here to watch what the show is going to do. Once you have all of your pictures, and you can even put video clips in here, again, as long as you've got them saved in your Google Drive folder, you'll be set. And it'll be really easy. You plug them all in. You can, after that, put in your narration. So for your first slide, this is where you're going to click your narration button. You'll click on this. It'll ask for permission to record. And you can, it's telling me I can't because I didn't give permission, but you could just record your narration over this slide, and it will set the time for how long it needs for you to say that whole thing that you said. Again, try not to go on for too long for one slide. And you're going to do this for all of your slides. The very last thing, or actually the last few things are that you want to look at. Here you've got different types of slides when you add them. You've got a full screen, which is mostly what we've been using. You could do a split screen where you have video, text, photos, and the same on each side. You could just do something with a caption. Let's see here, caption. So here it gives you the option of video and photo, and this with a caption, which would be beside that. And you just have a title of text, which is really what you'd use for your first slide. So there's different types here. You do have different themes. These are kind of cool. Click on them, and they'll give you a little demonstration of how the transitions would work in it. And you also have different theme colors. Okay. And so once you have all of this set, all of your slides set, you can resize things, but there's also music you can add. There's music that they have here, and when you apply the music to your show, it actually will time it out so it ends exactly when your show is done. Once you are all set, you can download your video and you can share it with me. And I have a list of, I have a Google form that I've created for you to share your project once it's completed, so your teachers will be able to access it. And I'm going to be creating another web page this year that's going to have links to all of your videos. So that's a quick overview of Adobe Spark, and I will try to do some step-by-step instructions that are written out, but I think this is more intuitive. And if you've got questions, I will have office hours over the next couple of weeks as you're working, so you can drop in and ask questions. Thanks.